Villains are often viewed as being morally wrong, and I'm not saying these villains are 100% right or anything, but they low-key had a point. I'm gonna keep it a buck. First and foremost, we got Dracula from Castlevania. Alright, so basically this dude Dracula was a normal-ass human being living his life in the 1400s with his wife Lisa, and they lived in a big, beautiful cottage, not bothering nobody, just being generally good people. Until one day when he was out picking flowers for his wife, he returns to find his cottage burned to complete rubble. And I just gotta know, this shit looks like a nuke hit it. How did some level 1 bandits manage this in the 1400s? Dog, was your house made of popsicle sticks and Elmer's glue? Did you get this shit on TikTok shop? Alright, so it turns out his wife was falsely accused of being a witch and was put to death. And bros started crashing out, as would anyone in that position. A whole town just killed your wife and burned down your crib. I'd do the same. And he has so much hatred in his heart that he turns into a vampire somehow and teleports into town. However, he remembers that his wife loved people and would never approve him killing them. So he begrudgingly gives them a year to make peace with God, or else he'd crash out and kill them all. Which, me personally, I would never do this. The second they killed my wife, it was up. So already he's a better man than me. So bro returned a year later and sees them celebrating Lisa's death. Oh hell no. Not only did they not turn to God, but they made fun of the killing of his wife. So of course bro crashes all the way the fuck out. I would too. He gave y'all a whole extra chance and you still did some fucked up shit. This is 100% deserved. Next up, we got Tsukusa from Dr. Stone. Alright, so basically Tsukusa was a relatively normal high schooler who hated how corrupt society was, but couldn't do anything about it on the account of him being a fucking teenager. Or at least that was until every single human got turned to stone. However, he was brought back by Senku, the protagonist, and initially helped him out by brawling with fucking tigers, until he realized that Senku wanted to bring back every human on Earth, including the evil, corrupt, and bad ones that cause wars, global warming, etc. So naturally he tries to stop them from doing that, as he wants to stop the world from becoming corrupt again. He does have some weird ideas about having no science, which I do disagree with, but considering he's supposed to be the big bad villain, bro's ideology is like 85% correct. Next up, we got Kilmonger. Kilmonger might be the best representation of a villain who is low-key right I've ever seen. His father was murdered by his uncle, who he knew absolutely nothing about, so he grew up extremely impoverished out in bumfuck Oakland, only to find out that his uncle was high royalty in Wakanda, who never even once tried to help him or explain shit, leaving him with no choice but to join the Navy SEALs of the Marvel Universe. Let me put it this way, bro was basically experiencing what Meek Mill was going through at the Diddy parties, and this only makes him more angry, but this time he can actually do some shit about it. So he goes to Wakanda and learns that he can challenge T'Challa for King of Wakanda since he's in the bloodline. So he does, and guess what? He wins. He won fair and square. Bro had the biggest come up of all time. And while yes, some of the methods he used were absolutely wrong, his intentions were some of the purest we've ever seen of any villain. But before we get to the last villain on this list, here's some honorable mentions. First up, we got Vulture. Stark Industries took his job from him, so with no other option, he said fuck that shit, and he made his own job of selling the weapons these alien motherfuckers just leave on the planet. He wasn't trying to hurt no one until Peter Parker's pocket watching ass was trying to get involved. Like, I can't fault you for that, bro. In the same boat is Zemo. The Avengers were running the streets just doing shit, wrecking houses, streets, cars, you name it, completely unchecked, and they ended up destroying Zemo's house. So Zemo had to check them boys and tell them, hey, I might not be able to defeat you, but you can defeat each other. He really turned them against each other. And for the final person on this list, we got Thanos. At the end of the day, Thanos wanted to save the universe from overpopulation. I mean, I'm gonna be honest, we could benefit from a few less motherfuckers roaming this earth, but at the same time, Thanos could have just as easily doubled the resources in the universe. So was he 100% right? No, he is still a genocidal maniac. But still, he was trying to do the best best thing he could think of, and at the end of the day, he did benefit the universe. A maniac with genocidal tendencies? Yes. But plain evil? No.
Yo, I hit the jeweler, got some goals. I sold a little weed, but I could never sell my soul.